Hello, everybody. It is I, the great and powerful Lightning Storm, here with another video. This time, we're playing some Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, I have to be honest, had to remove the original sound from these clips. It was really messed up. So I'm here to do a post-commentary, I guess. And this first duel is me versus Grim. This was a few days ago compared to my other clips. My other clips were all done in one day, I believe. So, yeah, in this clip, I'm using a deck I constructed called the Troll Under the Bridge. And the idea of the deck is the troll will be collecting his toll. It's as simple as that. Toll, there's the trap card that is like toll, except for you have to give up a card from your hand to attack. And chain energy, and that is the whole play. The monsters and everything are supposed to just make your opponent have very few options with what they can do, and it's just mostly about locking down everything. Meanwhile, Grim's deck is the Ojamas, and yeah, they can be way scarier than they look. They're just a really odd archetype to try to fight. Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot more to say right now, but we'll see if anything comes up. I'll do my best not to spoil anything for any of these clips as they go on. Yeah. There's quite a bit of shenanigans. I have 7 clips. And I tried to order them from the most interesting at the end to, well, I mean, this one was recorded first, so that's where I just wanted to start. Yeah, I really enjoy my balloon lizard, as you can see right there, and my aroma jar. They are very useful in the deck. Balloon Lizard, every one of my standby phases, he gains a counter, and then when he's destroyed, he deals 400 damage times the amount of counters he had on him to my opponent. And well, Aroma Jar is a card that when it's flipped face up, it has its effects, but otherwise it doesn't. And therefore, when you bring it out, you generally want to be putting it face down. Now here is an interesting thing. I could have brought back Grim's Link monster, yes. But I don't like Link monsters, and so I will not use them if I don't have to. Not that it would have made a whole lot of difference, I don't think. This match is interesting to say the least. There's Chain Energy doing its job. Just, would have been nice if I could have gotten another Chain Energy out. Or maybe, another normal toll. Hey, wait, that's not Nojama. So, yeah, that's probably the biggest threat in the deck late game. And basically the way it works is it gets stronger the more creatures you have in the graveyard. I believe it's some kind of necromancer or something. And right here, I didn't want to use my card there because I didn't know if he had something else to help stop me. But looking back at it, yeah, using Black Hole would have probably been the best move. And I'm sure you can see where this is going. Yup. You win some, you lose some, though. Alright, on to the second clip. We have Moon with his Cyber Dragons, or Cyber Dark. And I'm using a Red Eyes Black Dragon deck. This was, it was kind of fun. You can tell how early I have it. It's not one of the craziest things that I pull off, but, it's interesting. I got some, really good cards as a combo. And you might be wondering why I did that instead of maybe pulling a different creature. I was trying to eventually Gemini summon my Archfiend friend there. And that's just the terrible thing about Geminis is they don't like to stay on the field long enough for you to Gemini summon them. But if you have ways to bring them back from the grave, they can do some funny things. There's Darkness. Use his effect after Gemini summoning him. Special summon, and he gives up. Alright. This clip, I believe I don't participate in this one. This one is Grim versus Zorn. And that countdown, 20 turns passes and you win. And there's really not a whole lot of ways to stop it. You just gotta try and win within 20 turns. So, now that Zorn is on a timer, we can watch this interesting game unfold. Yes, that is a piece of Exodia. No, it's not important for this one. This right here is... Look, this is like the 12th time I've tried to record this part. I just want to read the beginning to this card. While you control no other cards on the field, this card is unaffected by other cards' effects. That is all that is important for this duel. I'm sorry to cut in like this. Yep. Crooked Chef. So I sped stuff up because this clip was over 8 minutes on its own. And I only really slowed down to show you the extra deck summons. And if you've ever faced a Crooked Chef, you absolutely know why people don't like to go up against him. He has counters, but if you're not running them, then you just don't really stand a chance. Especially if your opponent has already put a alternate win condition into play that they don't need to have on the field. He just he sits there and he tanks, and you really can't do anything about it except try to burn your opponent. And so the thing is, piercing battle damage does good against him. Putting stuff on your opponent's field is good against him. I don't think even kaijus work on him. But maybe? I haven't tried it personally. But, yeah, he's a real tough customer. And, yeah, it's 20 turns. There, Grim won. Next clip is me versus Moon again. Yes, okay, yeah. This is the God Slime deck. You can see that obelisk over there. It's, I like this clip. So yeah, if God Slime means anything to you, yeah, that's what we're working with here. And instantly into Obelisk to half health me. Whew. Was a spicy meal. And if you've dealt with the God cards, then you know that there's certain tactics you can use against them. That was a misplay by Moon. He didn't realize since my card was face down, he couldn't really put the counters on it. And here we go. Something that God cards could not, even fathom to have. And would you look at that? Seems that, I'm gonna get my monster back. And his monster as well. And he goes face down. But whatever, I get to use Obelisk and I didn't even have him in my deck. That felt good. Were there better things I could have grabbed? Maybe. But nothing makes you feel better than stealing someone's God card for a little while. So, yeah. He draws his card, and it's another forfeit. Alright, let's see here. I believe this is Grim versus Moon, yeah. Okay, so I sped it up so we could get to the interesting bit. Turn 4 is where this gets really cool. ABC. Wait for it. We got Armed Dragon, we're chazzing it up. Now, if you don't know what AVC's effect is, he gets to do this right here. Get rid of that. Alright. Keep that in mind. I believe that was an Ancient Gear deck that didn't really get a whole lot of chance to do Ancient Gear stuff. But here we go. Isn't that insane? Just gonna contact fusion, then attack, and then, you know, he just gets to defuse it. So he can just swing with even more creatures. And Scrap Iron would be really scary if not for the effect that was used earlier. And game. At least Moon didn't, you know, give up on that one. Gotta commend him on that one. Alright. This looks like it was me versus some person online named Nexus. And they were using what I think was a meta deck. It's Exo Sisters. I don't know a whole lot about the meta of Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm not gonna lie. It's very interesting. I've never seen someone do something like this where they banish my Ash Blossom. It was very odd, but you know what? It is what it is. You may have noticed that I am running my Toll deck again. And yeah, at this point, I'm just trying to lock them down so they have to make bad decisions throughout the whole game. Playing cards from your deck is a pretty good way to get your monsters back out. But if they're gonna just keep on sacrificing their life points to gain very little back, they aren't going to have a whole lot of room to do much of anything. Stuff gets real spooky real quick when they can start getting rid of my livelihood with this deck. So I kind of just got to depend on the idea that they will continuously harm themselves to deal with me. Which usually works in my favor, but I don't face Exo Sisters every day. Now, this is where things get a little insane, okay? So, I think I'll just let it play out, and you'll see what I mean. Because they play with their life points a whole lot. And a third one. But this right here is the play that won me the game, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that this ends up so perfect. And it's kinda all their fault for picking a card that wasn't going to affect them much anymore. Just, the thing is, yeah, they can play cards for free from their hand and all. But can they deal with what's on my field anymore? I activate my trap card. Oh. Exact change. Could not have been more perfect there. But now it's time for the last clip. And this is me versus Zorn. And he is using a deck that has scared me a lot in the past. I didn't know how to deal with it then, but I came into this expecting that maybe I could do something. And so this is kind of an interesting battle. Because if you know Cyber Dragons, you might know what's just about to come out. If you're wondering, no, that fusion right there is not what I'm talking about. Because it kind of dealt with itself. Anyway, it's always nice to have a blue eyes on the field when your opponent's left themselves wide open. Especially if they've done half the work for you. Had a whole lot of fun with these next few plays. So, here it is. There's Nova, and then Nova just instantly becomes Infinity. Oh boy. And it sucks up my blue eyes and attacks. That's no good. Lucky for me, however, I have in my hands exactly what I need to deal with this next turn. So he was trying something out there, and it didn't quite work how he thought it would, which is, that's, to my understanding, what happened. But it didn't matter because he was able to just instantly go back to Nova, which goes back to Infinity. All he did was give me my blue eyes back into my graveyard. So, this is where I try to do that so I could bait out him to use that ability to stop my blue eyes. That way I could use this spell card to get rid of all his machines. And then he Ash Blossom is what I was going to do, so I decided to play it safe. All that just to be Ash Blossomed right there at the end, huh? Heart of the cards, baby. My very soul, Blue Eyes White Dragon. White Lightning attack.
Yeah, but he has more emphasis on the...
Was that cheesy? Do I care?
No, I don't think